and thank you for joining me. In today's video, I am going to redesign the snow globe that I made in the video Suspending Objects in Resin. If you haven't seen that video, I will post a link in the description box below. Now, I will not be using a deep pour resin, so I am just going to show snippets of progress in this video. If you want to see the whole process, I would recommend clicking on that link. So let's first talk about what I want to redesign, and why. So here is the globe, and I thought blue for the sky would be great, but you can hardly see anything in this globe. So instead of blue, I just want to make it clear. And if you look here, I put way too much glitter, even though I thought it was just a little bit. I don't want to put near as much glitter. And I don't know if you can see it on camera, but because I did use blue and glitter, you can see there's a middle pour in there where I didn't get the ratios of the glitter and the blue the same. So I'm going to make it clear, use a lot less glitter. And on the bottom with the snow, I don't like the way that looks. So what I plan to do is make it closer to the bottom of the mold, or the top of this mold, if you will. So I do want to just have a little bit of white down there. And also, like on this, where you see this part of it, when I pour it in the mold, I'm only going to pour it to here. I don't want that extra little stand or whatever you want to call it on there. So that's what I'm going to do with that. Now, as far as, and you can see, I was able to suspend the objects in there, and I'm really excited about that. I did it the first time, and they're mostly straight. I think the tree is a little bit crooked. So what I'm going to do this time, using this tree and this cute little cat figurine, is I'm actually going to bond these together, kind of like that, and then suspend them in one go around. Whereas with these, I first suspended the tree and then suspended the cat, or the cat figurine. So I'm hoping to just be able to do that once. Again, with the little figurine slightly in front of the tree, like that. And I will be putting them closer to the base because, again, I kind of want to hide the bottoms under some snow. I will be using a little tiny bit of this glitter again, not a whole bunch. And then for the snow, of course, the glitter and the white pigment. So I will show you snippets of progress as we go. Okay, so what I have done is I've used some of the E6000 to bond these two together. But because I just don't trust it, I'm still afraid that it may come apart when I'm suspending it. I'm going to go ahead and just try to put some UV resin in there just to reinforce it a little bit. And then hopefully it'll be time to go ahead and put the strings on it and start measuring and decide where I need to hang it to, or fill it up in order to encase at least the tip of the tree. And if you didn't watch my other video, the reason I have the 1.5 inch on here is because of the resin that I'm using. It's not a deep pour, and it's not recommended to pour over 1.5 inches. So I want to mark that to make sure that I don't, because I don't want a flash cure. And this should only take a few minutes. I just need to make sure I get both sides, and I think I'm going to try to go ahead and put some UV on the bottom as well, just where the cracks are at, because I definitely don't want it to fall apart when it's suspending, because I don't want to lose a piece in there. So let me add a little bit more to the other side. And let's go ahead and start curing it. Then I'll do a little bit on the bottom, and then it'll be time to put the string on. And then be able to suspend it with the sticks just to see where I need to pour to. Now, if it's over that 1.5 inch, then it'll be a pour by itself before I suspend the items. We'll see. This should be just about ready, and then I'll do the bottom part. Oh, I hope you don't hear that. My belly's growling. Okay, it should be about done now. Okay, let's go ahead, and I just want to put some like right in here in this crack. And I guess I will hold it for that. And I've messed with UV resin a little bit, but I probably use it more as a bonding agent than I do anything else. I've tried to make a few little things with it, but I haven't practiced enough to be very good at it. So I just basically use it as a bonding agent. That's what I got it for in the first place, was just to be able to bond the invisible thread so that I could suspend items. But maybe I'll play with it more in the near future. All right, well, that's almost done. So I will go ahead and get the string attached and see you in a little bit. I just did the first pour, and it appears, I mean, I marked to where I think the tree top will go. And it does appear that I do have enough in there for that, and I'm not over my 1.5 inches. I did go ahead and put the objects on the popsicle sticks and the string, and I used black string this time because ideally the string won't be seen anyway. The invisible thread is great if you're trying to put a suspended object like in clear resin. So let's see if we can't get this in here on our marks. And as I did in the snow globe video, I went ahead and made my marks. And let me just pull it up and see if, yes, my tree is somewhat submerged in the resin, which is what I want. Now, the little cat trinket is not. What I will probably do on the next pour is just leave the sticks on, the string on, leave it suspended, do the next pour before I cut the strings. Even though I bonded the two together, I really don't want to take any chances of the cat falling in or falling off the tree. So that's the first step. We'll see you for step 2. So I did do another pour, just to make sure both objects are encased. It's now time to cut the strings and see what we have in there. Let me see if I can get these scissors down in there. All right, so that's what we have so far. And let's go ahead and I want to clean off the top and then do another pour. Let's see if we can't get all that Sharpie off of there. I just don't want any of it to get down into the piece itself. And I do believe I see a hair in there. Okay, let's go ahead and do this pour. And the last pour was a little tricky because the sticks were in the way and I kind of made a mess. I don't know if you could see that or not. Those sticks may be permanently bonded together. So let's go ahead and pour down the stick and hopefully not make such a mess like I did last time. Let's see where we're at there. And if this doesn't feel it quite as full as I want it, I'll do that last little bit. Looks like it may. Let me stop there for a second. Yeah, I think I want to stop there because that last little bit, I want it to be like snow. Now maybe you can see it. Sorry about that. But yeah, I've got it to like right here. And that last little bit, I want it to be snow. So I will probably pour that off camera and then see you for the unmolding. So we're going to let this sit and cure enough that I can put the white on. And it'll be, I'm going to mix white pigment and probably a lot of glitter for the snow. So I will see you for the unmolding. So it is time to do the unmolding. I'm a bit concerned about the white. I hope that that looks okay. It just doesn't look like I put enough pigment in it. Before I unmold that, let me go ahead, put the other one up here, and let's see if we can get this out of the mold. And I sure hope it turns out better. Project always turns out great in my head until it's time to unmold, and then it's like you never know what you're going to get. See if we can get it out of this mold. Okay, let's see what we have. Oh, that turned out so much better. I do like that. I do see a bubble or two in there, I think. Nothing major, though. That certainly turned out better. I'm going to have to do a little bit of filing right here because there's a bit of a sharp edge. But overall, yes, I do think it turned out better. Now, when I do this again, because I'm sure I probably will, if you look in this one at the glitter I put on the Christmas tree, when you turn it, it almost looks like lights that are flashing. So I may do that the next time. But overall, here's the top. And I do see, let me see if you can see it by this tree. It looks like just a little piece of the the glitter that was already on the tree maybe came off, even though I did soak it in resin first. But overall, I'm pleased with this one. So I have a question for you. For example, this one, you can't really see in it. There's not a whole bunch that I can do to make that any better. These these spheres are pretty big. This isn't good enough to give away or to sell. And I don't sell my stuff yet. But at the same time, I like to reuse. So do you have any suggestions as to how I may be able to reuse this in a future project? Please leave your suggestions in the comments below. But yes, I'm very pleased with this. I want to thank you for joining me, and I hope you can join me next time. I'm not too sure what the video topic is going to be yet. I am thinking about maybe putting some dry herbs like, sage, dill, etc. in a coaster or something. But do join me next time, and do consider hitting the like, subscribe, and share buttons. Thank you again so very much for joining me.